Hello, friends. Welcome back to Basically Adulting.
I'm Louisa.
And I'm Erin. And hopefully you know us by now.
Yeah.
If you're new here, welcome.
We're your hosts.
We're your hosts, and we're who you're going to be listening to for the next 45 to 50 minutes.
We'll just yap away.
But we're going to be yapping about some fun stuff. We always do.
When are we not?
We're just super fun and funny.
We're
so
hilarious.
Put your seatbelts on and put your panties on. Hopefully you have panties on. I don't know. I meant to say pants, but if you're not wearing either of those, I guess you could listen to us in the nude if you wanted to. But I picture like
I'd hope you're wearing pants.
I listen to my podcast like in the car, so I'm normally wearing pants when I'm listening to podcasts. But you could listen to us anywhere. You can listen to us in the bathtub, just walking around your house naked.
Yeah.
I mean, if you live alone, that's a perk of living alone.
That is a perk.
So, I mean, do what you want. Just keep it to yourself.
Just listen to us.
Just listen.
Don't worry about anything else.
And share us with your friends. Mm-hmm. Because that's how we are going to get more popular than we already are. So, today, I guess, let's catch up. I know I just saw you yesterday, so I'm already pretty caught up on...
Somewhat.
Yeah. Okay. Well, catch me up on what I missed since yesterday.
Honestly, nothing.
That's what I thought.
But I mean, I'll catch you guys up. I got another tattoo.
Nice. Oh, let me see it. Yeah. I haven't seen it since yesterday. It's so cute.
I know. I love it. I guess I do have a funny story. So, Erin and I were at this Girls Gone Golf event hosted by our friend Angeline. And, they had different vendors there, whatever. And I was like, I'm going to get a tattoo. Got a tattoo. She wrapped it. And when the event was over, we all parted ways. And I went to go have dinner with my mom because I was starving. Mm-hmm. And so we went to Texas Roadhouse. And I was like, oh, fuck. I have the, saran wrap, around my wrist. And I'm like, hopefully she's oblivious and she won't notice.
Oh, gosh.
So she's sitting across from me at Texas Roadhouse. And I'm kind of they bring out my salad. And I'm just, trying to, eat and put my hand down.
And it's on your dominant hand, your right hand or your right wrist.
Yeah. And so she's like, what's that? And I'm like, nothing. She's like, excuse me. She's like, what is that? And I'm like, I got another tattoo. And she was like, she raised her eyebrows at me because I think she's concerned.
About what?
I don't know. I'm gonna go into drugs after this or something. I think that's what her concern is.
Did you show her the...
I did. I'm like, they're angel numbers, Mom. They're 333.
It's so tiny, you can,
you can't even tell. It's,
unless somebody
points it out, yeah.
Unless you told me that it was there, I wouldn't be looking for it.
Yeah.
That could be a scratch, honestly.
Yeah, it could. People don't know. I've been branded. They don't know my story.
I mean,
I'm
honestly,
11.
Honestly, that, together is your mole right there.
Yeah, for real.
It could be a mole in the shape of threes.
They don't know.
3 threes.
Exactly.
So what'd she say?
So she just, raised her eyebrows, and I'm like, no, blah, blah, blah. And she was just she didn't really say anything. But she doesn't approve of tattoos. Mm. That's her, religious...
You should have just told her that you gave blood. They took it from your wrist vein.
I did think about it. I was like, maybe I can just tell her I got one of those IV bags. But my mom also works in medicine, so she'd know Lisa, they're gonna grab it from here or from your hand.
Be well, this was at a vendor thing, Mom. There.
They're gonna grab it from the side of your wrist, Lisa.
Yeah.
I don't have veins there.
No, but it was wrapped here. Around here.
True,
so they could grab
true.
Here.
I could have done that. I didn't even think about it.
This was a ghetto blood
blood drive.
Blood drive, please. I think they're shipping it to, I don't know.
The black market.
Yeah, they're going to be selling it on the black market.
Yeah.
I get 25% though, so it's a good deal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The wrist blood is better than
I mean, it's just blood. It comes.
What is this? What is
that's
this
just
part?
a main like a main.
But what is this part of your body? Like your inside elbow crease?
Yeah.
It doesn't have a name.
It doesn't have a name.
Like this is your
like the half part
elbow.
of your arm, like the middle part of your arm.
I know, but everything else has a name. Like this is your elbow.
Well, let's Google it.
And this skin is called your weenus. Did you know that?
No, I didn't want to know that.
You didn't want to know that?
No.
Well, now you do.
Who the fuck calls it a weenus?
Literally
everyone. A man made that up.
Everyone calls it a weenus.
There's no way. We're going to do a poll about this.
Okay.
There's no freaking way.
You've never heard this? The piece of your skin right here is called the weenus?
No, I've never heard of that.
Oh my gosh. You need to get out more, Louisa.
What, like at hospitals?
No, just in general.
Oh, it's called the cubital fossa.
This?
Yeah.
I like inside elbow crease better.
Yeah. It says the cubital fossa chelidon, or inside of elbow.
Okay, so I was right.
Yeah.
They need to come up with a better name for the inside elbow. I feel like this piece of this...
I know. How do you have, like, weenus on one side and then cubital, like, it's fucking Latin name on the other.
Or inside elbow. Like,
yeah.
What? Like, come up with a better name. Like, elbow isn't... Like, me and Megan talk about this. It's like, what if... You know how everything kind of has a meaning.
Mm-hmm.
A word is associated with a meaning or whatever. Like, an object.
It's got, like, Latin origins and stuff, yeah. So
it's like... What if we just made, like, it could be called a ubi, you know? And, like, that's just what we start calling it. And it's a ubi and a weenus. And now this is, when you go to the blood bank, you're like, all right, here's my wooby.
Your wooby or ubi?
Ubi.
Ubi.
I think ubi sounds better.
Yeah.
Or wooby.
All right, ma'am, I need you to hold out your ubi.
Expose your wooby. Is it wooby?
It's ubi. You keep saying wooby.
Maybe we should call it wooby. Wooby and weenus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Pull out your wooby. Your wooby's showing. You never heard the joke of people being like, "Oh, your weenus is showing," and people that don't know it, like you would tell it to boys. Maybe girls made it up actually. Because they would be like, my weenus, and they would think they're weenie. And they're like, think their weenies out. But then they're like, no, it's just this piece on your elbow.
Oh my god.
You've never heard that?
No.
Wow. I need new friends then, I guess, in elementary school.
Maybe.
I've heard that my whole life.
Well, I also grew up like elementary school, I did like ESL. And I didn't get out of that till 5th grade. Or my parents,
you still had, like, kids in your class.
They all spoke Spanish. Do you know what an ESL class is?
Yeah.
They only speak to you in Spanish.
You only
They're all Mexican. They're all little brown, like, no offense to my own people.
Why did you have to be in that?
Because, like, they thought, like, my Spanish... Listen, it was back during the times when Flowerman was a little racist.
They were like, oh. But you spoke English.
Like, my parents, like...
Your parents
filled
spoke
out a form. But my parents spoke English, too. But, like, it's for, like... It's, like, English-speaking... Whatever. But it's for kids that have, like, sure, I spoke English, but it probably wasn't... I don't fucking know. This is a question for my mom.
Okay.
But well, I didn't get signed, or I didn't, my parents were like, I think by 4th grade they tried to get me out, but my 4th grade teacher didn't like me. And she, you know what this bitch tried to do? She tried to claim that I was like, I need to be special needs just because I talk too much. Yeah, she did.
Wow.
Miss Zapata, she was a bitch. I'm gonna name drop her. You bet your ass I will.
What school did she teach at?
Vickery Elementary.
Damn. 4th grade.
4th grade. Yeah.
Miss Zapata.
Yeah. Which her last name, technically, it's like...
Pants.
Almost.
Oh.
No.
I was close.
You were close.
I knew it was like a clothing. Like, Miss Shoe? Really?
Right.
That's funny.
What are you? An appliance?
What are you, an appliance?
This is his 90s. Civil rights man.
What are you? A piece of clothing? are we so funny?
I don't know.
So yeah, Louisa got a tattoo yesterday. I have a video of it. I can post it on our podcast Instagram.
Our social media.
Yeah. I didn't get a tattoo. I did hit some golf balls though.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty impressed with myself, actually.
I was too. With
me or yourself?
With myself, because I'd never hit one in my life.
Yeah, you did really good.
Yeah.
You did really good. I have video of that too. I'll post it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah, I was just like, I wish I had posted stuff yesterday, but I feel like I was just like so hot.
I was exhausted yesterday when I got home. I so badly wanted to just like go and lay down on the couch, and I was like, no. Because once you do that, you're not going to get up.
Yeah. And
so I just took like a body shower and like put my PJs on at like 4:30 or whatever time. I got home, and I did end up taking a nap, like an hour nap. But I was exhausted, and like I was just hot, but then it kind of felt like I had a fever because my like skin was hot, but then I was cold at the same time because I got a little sunburned.
Yeah.
But it's okay because it's like the base. That was the base day for the summer, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like from here on out, it's tan.
Mm-hmm.
She just got to get a little crisp, and then we're good.
Yeah.
Like every day after.
Agreed.
Still, I didn't put sunscreen on yesterday though.
I had some on, but
you don't sound too sure about that.
I mean, I feel like it sweated off.
I mean, I feel like that's why you probably didn't get as burned.
Yeah, probably.
But I honestly didn't even realize it until I looked down and my like arm, like this piece of my arm was like red, and I was like, that looks like it's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then when we walked inside, it honestly is not as bad as like. Let's see.
It was yesterday.
It really wasn't that bad yesterday.
No, it's still. I mean,
there's
you've
a
been
line.
worse.
There's a line.
Yeah.
But I've been worse. Like that day at your birthday. Remember when you're like, your back is so red?
Oh yeah, but that was like a spray tan and.
But I had done a bed tan.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I meant to say. It was like
the
a
sun
combination.
Was directly on my back.
Yeah, that was really bad.
But that went away the next day.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was scary. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I was like, I can't wear wear whatever I was gonna wear because it looks ridiculous. Okay, what are we talking about today? Because was that all of the updates that we had?
Yeah. I mean, I also just finished reading a book, guys. That was very like very like, you've watched Euphoria, but it's like, Rue, is this play about us?
Yeah.
Very like, that's one of the reviews on Goodreads, but I was just like I had told Aaron about this because I was like, I just finished it. It's like really stuck with me. And I had highlighted some like of the quotes. And I was explaining it to Fernanda today, and I was like, it's cringy. But I was like, I think the moments that are cringy are moments that I myself have been in.
Yeah.
That it's like, no, don't do it. And it's like, it's about a situationship, guys. I should probably talk about what the book is about. It's called Call It What You Want. It's about a girl who meets this guy in college, and it's like 2 or 3 years of their life and their situationship. And she's always wanting to label it and define it. And he's had traumas, but they've all
had traumas.
All of them. And he never,
wants to put
he never wants to put a label on it. He feels like he's not deserving of it. I don't know. He has trauma. He needs therapy. But it's like, I don't know. It's because you see kind of both point of views. And it's like, hers is just like, she'd do anything for him. And him, he's just like scared.
I think I definitely want to read it because I feel like in my personal, I wouldn't even call it a situationship. I would just call it like situation. Like if there's not a ship, like
the ship has sailed.
Yeah, like ship is gone. But there was no explanation of why it left.
Right.
You know, which is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my head's at, because I had conversations with this guy. He had conversations with me about, like, what the future would look like. Mm-hmm. And, like, you know, as a female, it's super easy to get lost down that road very quickly.
Yeah.
And so one thing that can lead into, oh my gosh, like, well, what am I going to do? Because he doesn't, like, technically live here. Am I going to move? Like, what am I going to do? Like, I was ready to, like, uproot my life and, like, make this thing work for him. And then all of a sudden, just silence. No explanation.
Yeah.
And so I did do something today.
What'd you do?
I texted you this morning, but
yes, you did.
I unfriended him on Snapchat, and I blocked his number.
Good.
And you know how I feel about blocking people's number. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is.
But there's people, no, like, Angeline, she's like, fuck them, block it. Like, she'll block. I think I maybe have 2 people blocked. Him being included. I have one other person.
I don't know. I know I have a couple people blocked. But did you delete it too?
No.
You need to do that. That's what I do. I block and delete.
But I haven't reached out to him. Like, since that stopped.
I know, but you're not going to get a message from him now that you've blocked him.
I know, but just sometimes it's nice to go back and read it.
You can read the messages. It's not going to delete y'all's messages between each other.
Then why delete it?
I meant just delete his number.
I can't delete his number, Louisa. It will delete the messages.
Really?
It's going to just show the number. I'm going to still have the number. So what's the point of deleting the contact?
So. Yeah. True. I didn't think about that. I'm like, he'll be fine.
I'm not ready to do that yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying. And who knows? Maybe I'll unblock him one day.
But see, like, that's what this book talked about. Like, they would have conversations.
Yeah.
Like, they, quote unquote, broke up, like, while they were in college. Because he was like, I just can't do this. I can't, whatever. And so she would go and try to move on. Mm-hmm. And so when they were in college, her best friend / roommate was dating his fraternity brother. And so they go to, like, some party or whatever. And the fraternity brother's like, you're going to go on a date with this one of our other brothers. Mm-hmm. And she's at this party, and he's there, and he sees her with someone else, and he's, like, not happy about it.
Yeah, he gets jealous.
He gets jealous and reels her back in. Same problem.
Yeah.
Same issue.
It's like he doesn't want to have it and commit, or he doesn't want to commit.
He has abandonment issues, I'll tell you that.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I feel
it's
I definitely need to read it because I feel like I would definitely resonate with it. And also, on another note, because this has, like, been kind of going on for the past couple of weeks and I've just been kind of, like, dealing with it silently. But I've told you about it, but mentally just dealing with it. But I did reach out to somebody, like, just for work, for their birthday, and it was he's like a friend of a friend that I knew in high school. Mm-hmm. And for some reason he's in my CRM system, and I wished him a happy birthday. Like, I texted him, and we've been kind of, like, texting, and I, like, went out to dinner with him last week, and it was fun. Like, we just went to Boomer Jacks and watched the Stars game, and but it's like, I don't know if I'm, like, mentally ready to, like,
dive in. Yeah. And when you've just ended,
and it's like, I haven't, like, because this is the guy that left in January.
Yeah.
So mentally in April, I'm like,
you were done.
I was done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I was just working away one day, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden I get a text message from him, and I'm like, what? Like, he's back. Like, granted, he was in boot camp, so it's like he couldn't really respond or text me, so I wasn't really ever expecting anything.
Mm-hmm.
But now with him being out of boot camp, it's like, if he wanted to, he freaking could.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Still recording.
Hopefully.
Oh, dead. Yeah, okay. But if he and I have to remind myself, like, if he wanted to, he could. Because the way that we met was on Facebook dating.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we're still technically, like, a match. And I would like, just go look, and his profile would be updated. I'm like, okay, so you've updated your profile.
Mm-hmm.
And this is after we've had a conversation. And I was completely honest. I'm like, look, if it's going to be like this, or, like, not communicating, like, there's no point in me going through this.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but I'll be better. I'll do this, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Say you don't have time, or that you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't fault you for that.
Yeah.
But now you look like a fucking dick, and I am going to fault you for that, because you could have communicated that from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Or, if you changed your mind, just be a fucking
just be
adult.
Honest. Yeah, just be
Be an adult.
Yeah.
And
find your balls and just speak up.
Right.
Like, it's not that hard.
It's not that hard. And I don't know. It's so annoying. Men are dumb.
Men are dumb.
I gave him multiple chances to be like, I was like, if this is how it's gonna be, it's not for me.
Yeah.
And he reassured me, no, blah blah blah. Okay. So obviously that is how it's gonna be. So I just need to, like, cut my losses and remind myself of my worth, because men are dumb.
Men are dumb. Very, like, and obviously, like, not all of them, but, you know,
a lot of them.
The population out there repping some of y'all.
Yeah, you guys should be embarrassed.
Like a team meeting or something, like a regrouping of.
You know what would be a really good idea is if, and I'm sure they have this out there, but if there was, like, a gentleman class that was, like, required for
led by
men.
a woman.
I think there's great men out there.
Yes.
That know how, like, I follow this guy. No, I don't follow him. He just kind of pops up on my page every now and then, and I'm sure you've seen him. But is
he English?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know, like, their whole life story like you would know.
Okay.
I just, like, will watch a video every now and then.
Okay.
But he's married, and he has, like, 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll, like, get stuff ready for it. Like, he'll clean the house, and he'll, like, do videos of, like, this is how my wife deserves to be treated. Like, and his, like, teach his daughters as well. Like, this is what a man should be doing for you. And we'll just, like, have surprises when they come home. And it's just, like, sweet. And it's not, like, that's the only thing that matters. But it's, like, if you're doing that, I feel like you're probably doing other things, and, like, respecting her, and, like, communicating well, and, you know, doing what
I think a lot of
a good man should be doing.
Has to do with how they're raised.
100%.
Like, I would prefer to date a man that has older sisters than he has younger sisters. And or that has, like, come from, like, a single, like, his mom, you know, he grew up with a very, like, strong female, like, single mother or whatever. If he comes from a wholesome family, that's great too, but
I think
just,
that, like, it's
very telling when a man has been raised by women.
To a certain extent, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't dicks out there that were raised by women, of course, but
we can't group all of them together.
We can't group all of them together, but I'm just saying, like the way I explained it to somebody was, Because they're like, why older sisters? I was like, because they view, like men with younger sisters, it's like, you're supposed to protect her, like, that's your duty, that's your job.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, when it's a brother having an older sister, it's like, you respect her and you listen to what she says, like, blah, blah, blah. It's a different dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I see it with my brother. So it's like, I would rather date somebody...
I'm like, do what I say.
Exactly. I'm like, I make the rules here.
He's like, don't make me tell Dad.
So it's like, it's a different... And plus, I can also see that my brother, like, what's it called? Like, he's able to relate to his, like, friends that are girls.
Yeah.
And they're always so like, oh my God, like, why aren't you? And he's like, I have an older sister. He has his moments, though, where I'm like, you said that to your friend? That's not nice.
Well, sometimes people need to be told what they need to be told.
Yeah. And that's why they have older sisters.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag older sister club. If you're an older sister,
cheers.
Cheers to being an older sister.
It's rough out there.
But yeah, I think that there should be a club or a class, and it could be in school, or like a college class or something, where people can take this class and learn how to be a fucking gentleman.
Yeah.
Not people, yeah, men.
It's like an addition to sex ed.
Yes.
100%.
It's like sex ed 1.0.
Yeah.
2.0.
2.0.
Sex ed is 1.0. This class will be 2.
Yeah.
I meant to say like 1.2. But
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah, I think that would be a great idea.
I think so too.
If anyone wants to collaborate on it, I have some ideas.
Same.
My hat is itching my head. Sorry, I keep rubbing my head. So yeah, that's been frustrating, but I feel like that was a big step for me.
This is a big step for you.
I don't do that very often. Normally I like just make myself suffer and watch their stories and, you know?
Yeah. I'm like on the opposite end. Like, I've had somebody come back into my life and I'm just like,
what to do?
I'm like, what do I do? Especially because they're like, he doesn't live in the state anymore, but he's like, I want to fly out and like have dinner and blah blah blah. And after reading this book, I'm like,
see, when men are over like exaggerative like that, where they like are going out of their way,
it makes me question. Like 4 years ago, Louisa would probably been like, oh my God, like, yes, blah blah blah. I mean, like, the girl I am now, I'm like skeptical. I'm like, I don't know.
But initially, like, that feeling that you have is like, yeah, that would be awesome for someone to sweep you off your feet like that.
Yeah.
To be a white and shining armor. What is it? A knight in shining. A knight in shining.
I was like, yeah, that's it. I was
like,
just agreeing with you.
That doesn't sound right.
A knight shining armor.
A knight in shining armor, like on his horse, rescue you from the tower, everything like that.
But instead we get Lord Farquaad.
Right, or like Squidward from SpongeBob. Like,
honestly, Squidward would be better because Squidward at least tells you, like, to your face, I don't want to see you.
That's true.
Let's be honest. Lord Farquaad over there can't even get you to the damn castle.
That's true. Oh my gosh, and he's too.
And he gaslights you, and what's it called?
He's condescending.
He catfishes you because he arrives in a horse, and they have to pick him up like a toddler.
Yeah, you think he's like this tall, handsome prince, and he's this short, stubby man.
Yeah. With a bad haircut.
Yeah. I'll cheers to Squidward. Cheers to Squidward. Because I do appreciate his honesty.
Same.
And I can relate with him.
Yeah.
As well.
Same.
But I feel like when somebody does that, especially when they come back out of the blue...
Yeah.
It's like, what do you want me to do with this?
Yeah. And I was very honest. I was like, what? I was like, what are you doing? I was like, we haven't spoken in years. I haven't seen you in almost 4. And it was just like, I guess he has a work trip or something out here. And he's like, he started reminiscing on his, like, time in Dallas, and that obviously led to me. And it's like nice to know I left an impression, but
or he's just, oh, I'm gonna be in Dallas. Like, who could I call to get a good lay?
Yeah.
To be frank.
Yeah. No, I agree. So that's why I'm still just very like, I don't know. And then after reading this book, I'm like, it's just cemented all my concerns.
I mean, I'm not against it if you just go and leave your feelings behind. That's okay. Because then you
I don't
have
think
the
I
power.
have feelings for
I
him.
know, but you did at one point.
did. Well, that's
when
the
the
thing.
feelings are there, they can always come back. Especially if he's making a grand gesture, or so he thinks is a grand gesture.
He thinks, yeah.
Like, takes you out to dinner and does all the blah blah blah. Like, it's nice to feel like wanted. So as long as you leave your feelings at the door, I'll check.
But see, that's the thing I was telling my therapist. I was like, I don't know who he is now 4 years later. I haven't spoken to him. I haven't kept up with him. I don't follow him on Instagram anymore. Like, I don't know who he is now. And he doesn't know who I am now.
He could be a completely changed person.
Exactly. And so it's just very, I don't know, like, he FaceTimed me and we, like, talked for about, like, almost an hour. And he was, I don't know, it was just I was very just, like, thrown.
How did you feel when you, like, got off the phone with him?
I'm very confused.
Yeah.
Very confused, because I had already written him off my life.
Yeah.
Because he's not in the state, and I'm like, that's not somebody.
Yeah. And you know what? You shouldn't date somebody out of the state. Like, not you specifically.
But just anybody.
But it's hard. I've done it multiple times, and I tell myself,
long distance is
I'm
hard.
not doing that again.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, this guy comes up, we meet, have a great time. He's like, oh, I'm moving, by the way.
Right.
Great. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually an adult at this point in my life, and I can make decisions if I want to.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was thinking about and willing, which would have been a stupid idea probably.
Yeah.
Thinking back on it. But yeah. Especially with the effort he's been putting in. But I think that people can change. I
agree. But I don't know. Like, I told Fernanda.
Where does he live?
DC.
DC is nice.
I know it is. And he's over there, like, and he's talking about, like, I really hope he doesn't listen to this podcast, but he was talking about, like, coming in for his work trip. I don't think he does. Coming over for his work trip. And then he's, like, also talking about coming out here separate from his work trip to, like...
For what?
To just hang out and, like, come out here.
Does he have friends here?
I don't know. I'm assuming he did. He lived here for a couple of years.
Does he have family here?
No, he's not originally from Texas. He has family scattered kind of
everywhere. Well, I mean, if he's coming to visit friends and you guys hang out, that's one thing. But if he's, like, coming specifically to see you and, like, spend an entire weekend with you, that's weird.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Especially not having seen each other in 4 years.
Yeah.
That's almost half a decade.
Yeah.
That's 40% of a decade.
Yeah. That's a year away from it. Half a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So, I don't know. I'm just sitting on that.
I wouldn't necessarily, like, write it off completely. Like, just kind of see where it goes, but, like, keep your guard up.
Oh, 100%. Because, like I told Fernanda today, I was like, I've been in this little... I know his routine.
Yeah.
That's why I'm, like, very...
It's like, what do you
very
want from
guarded.
Me? Yeah. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
What are you asking for me? What do you want me to do for you?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, if he does listen to it, maybe he'll rethink his actions.
Maybe. Block my number.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I think my problem is I, like, just fantasize everything. Or romanticize everything. I'm like, oh, you know, it would be nice if... And then I'm just disappointed.
Same.
I'm like, why can't someone just be romantic to me?
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
But I feel like the ones that want to be romantic to me, I'm like, ew,
no,
get away.
Same.
I'm like, you're being too disgusting.
Not what I asked. Yeah, same. I agree. Because
Like,
I love, like the books I read and, like, the stuff, and I'm like, oh, that would be so sweet. But
when it happens in real life with someone that likes you, you're like, this isn't how I pictured it.
Yeah.
It's better in my head.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better in my dreams.
I actually pictured you as Robert Pattinson, and you're not him. And you're not him.
Can you, like, stand on your tippy toes just a little bit?
For real.
Oh my gosh. But for real, I think that's my problem. I need to just take things for what they are and not think about things. Like, just let them be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Focus on what I can control, and if... I mean, I can control my feelings, I guess, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. This was not what I expected to talk about today.
No, me either.
I feel like we both needed to really talk about it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like getting it off our chest.
For real.
Like, I saw you yesterday and we were talking about it. And, like, the one thing that really pissed me off is because, like, you're supposedly, like, so busy, like, working and whatever. Nobody's that busy. If you're on your phone and you're posting Snapchats, you can text the girl that you like, or supposedly like, hey, what are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Thinking about you. Literally, that's all I literally asked for whenever we had that conversation. I was like, we just need, like, let me know you're alive.
Yeah.
Like, check in on my day. Let me know you're thinking about me. It doesn't have to be paragraph long shit.
Yeah.
But it's the fucking little things.
It's always the little things, and they don't think about that. They think like these grand gestures is romantic to us, but it's like, it's the little things that are romantic to us.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, hey,
at least you're getting a grand gesture. I got a fucking letter.
But see, that's
written,
the thing, like,
but he didn't even ask for my address. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, he fucking wrote me a letter, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. But it would have been sweeter if you would have had my address.
And mailed it. Yeah.
Like I fucking told you to.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm not gonna write any letters. Loser.
Yeah. What, you can't read? Like Adam Sandler?
What, you can't read? You can't write?
You can't write?
You have to go back to 4th grade? Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh.
Anyways, okay. Any other boy news?
No. No. I mean, I haven't even been on Bumble because I'm like, it's exhausting. I just feel like we're in a time where it's like everyone's on the dating apps, but nobody meets. And it's like,
very
and then they're
level.
saying that like no one's really going out to bars anymore. And so it's like, where do we meet? But you know who I'm gonna put the blame on?
Who?
I'm gonna put the blame on all of our like coupled up friends. It's like, you guys have to know.
Someone.
Single people. You guys have to know.
Yeah.
And it's like, you clearly know us very well. How hard it is. What happened to blind dates, for God's sake?
Right. Well, you know what's funny is that Kelly texted me a couple weeks ago. She was like on a work trip, and she texted me, and she was like, oh my gosh, like I have somebody I want to set you up on a blind date with. And I was like, perfect, cool. And she was like, is it okay if I give him your number, your whatever, Instagram, whatever? I was like, sure. I was like, you have to, like, find out all the tea on this guy, like, figure out if whatever he's worth even going on a date with. So she sent me his Instagram, or, like, the picture of him, and I was like, okay, like, he's not terrible looking, or, like, he's decent looking, like, at least in the initial picture. And she was like, well, we're on a work trip, so he probably, like, won't reach out until later. He probably won't reach out until, like, we get back. And I was like, okay, that's no problem. Like, I'm not worried about it, really.
Yeah.
And honestly, I forgot about it. And so she texted me on May 1st.
Okay.
And then I forgot about it. And she texted me, like, a week later. And she goes, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you. And at this point, he has still not reached out to me. So I, like, kind of forgot about it. And she goes, I forgot to tell you. He said he has a lot going on, like an ex trying to get back into his life, and he doesn't want to, but LOL, trying to figure that out. And he's also moving, so he might not be reaching out until later. And I go, oh my gosh. I was like, it's totally fine. I feel like he probably shouldn't be going on blind dates anyways.
Yeah.
If he still's got all that stuff going on. And she goes, yeah, maybe it's a good thing he hasn't reached out to you yet. And I go, yeah, sounds like he has some things to work out.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of effort that I need from y'all.
Yeah, same.
At least try.
Yeah. Or my mom. I literally told my mom, I was like, she was telling me the story about, like, she took her old lady, like, they'll go on a walk by, like, where the senior center, whatever, where she lives. And there's, like, a little pond, and there was, like, this giant, like, what are those called? Like Great Pyrenees dogs. Just, like, frolicking in the grass. And then that my mom was, like, concerned over the dog. And then, like, the owner eventually comes out, and he's like, my mom was telling me and Evie the story on Saturday on our way to brunch. She's like, oh my gosh, because she was, like, laughing at how our old lady reacted to him. And Evie's like, well, how old was he? And my mom was like, oh, I don't know, he might have been, like, 30s. And Evie's mind is working. And but long story short, it's like my mom's old lady was very like, oh my gosh, did you see those muscles on that boy? And blah blah blah. And so Evie was like, well, why didn't you, like, get a number or something for Louisa? And Mom was like, I was more concerned for the dog. And I'm like, oh, Mom,
thanks, Mom, appreciate you.
Come on.
Yeah, my dad's been trying to set me up with this guy at church. I feel like I've talked about this before, but he's cute and supposedly very successful. He went to the Kentucky Derby this year, so I'm like,
oh wow,
okay. But my dad's, like, talking this guy up to me, and I met him for the first time a couple weeks ago, about a month ago maybe, just like, hi, my name's Aaron, blah, 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 handshake, whatever. And I asked my dad, I'm like, Dad, have you told this guy about me? And he's like, well, no. And I'm like,
oh my gosh,
how do you know he doesn't have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
How do you know he's even looking, how do you know he's even into girls? I don't mean, you know, I don't know. Just because you go to church doesn't mean you don't like men.
Yeah. True.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he is, but...
No, you're right. You don't know.
You don't know. So it's like, you gotta ask, I guess. Like, oh, I don't know. So I'm putting that on my dad.
Yeah.
Because he is cute.
Yeah, like, Dad, hype me. Sell, like back in the day.
Don't sell me.
Don't sell you, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've just watched Bridgerton, but it's like, you know, like, the dads or older brothers, the head of the house, the male of the house would, like, handle the proposals, and, like, some fathers would even try to make deals with, like, old friends of theirs who had sons to make sure their daughters were, you know, like, oh, my daughter's like this, and it's like, nowadays it's like,
good luck,
we're off to fend for ourselves.
Yeah. And then my dad's over here making jokes about, well, I'm just gonna die without any grandchildren.
Oh,
and I'm
my
like,
gosh.
Well, you're not helping the situation.
Yeah.
We could be going to the Kentucky Derby next year if you had got to set it up.
Yeah. We could have had a couple of little birthday parties by now.
Right?
We'll never know.
We'll never know. I don't know. So we'll see. You never know what the future holds.
Yeah. We're still young.
We're still young. I was thinking about that the other day, actually yesterday. I was like, you know what? I'll be 32 this year. And it's still young.
Very.
I was like, in 20 years, I'll only be 52.
Oh, wow. I was going to say 42 for some reason.
No, 52. And I was like, that's...
Still young.
Still young. Like, that's younger than my mom is right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think that's still like 15 extra years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
That is crazy.
Like, you could do a lot in 20 years.
A lot, yeah.
You could start a job today at an entry-level position and work there for 20 years and, like, not graduate, but, like, retire with a pension.
Damn.
And still be 52.
Wow, that is crazy.
Like, I'm not going to do that, but...
No.
You could. I could if I wanted to.
Yeah. Well...
Age is just a number.
Age is just a number.
The guy that I went on the date with, he's, like, 2 years older than me, and I was like... Because every time that I go on a date with somebody and they're, like, 31 or 30, and I'm 31, like, oh, whatever, they make a joke out of it, and I'm like, oh, so I made a joke out of it, like, oh, you're so old or something like that. I don't remember what I said. And I was like, I'm not that much older than you. I was like, I know, I'm just joking around. He's like, age is just a number anyways. And I was like, you're right, it is. He's really sweet.
That's good.
Yeah. He offered to rub aloe vera on my sunburn.
Oh, really? That's sweet.
Yeah. I haven't responded to him yet. But, I don't know. I've known him for a very long time. Like, since, like, I used to be really good friends with his sister in middle school and start of high school.
Oh, wow.
And it's actually really weird. This is a really full circle moment. Me and his sister, like in 7th grade, went to DC together.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
It's like a weird connection.
Yeah.
That's how I know. Like DC is really. I would go back to DC as an adult.
Yeah, I'd love to visit DC.
You would love it.
Like, I would just want to, like, go to, like, all the museums. I want to go on ghost tours.
You would love it. It's up your alley for sure.
I've been told.
Yeah. I love it, and it's not necessarily up my alley, but it was cool. There's just a lot of history there. And we went to, like, Virginia where they would, like, reenact the war and stuff, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just seeing it in flesh rather than reading
about it. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was just a weird connection.
Yeah. That is funny.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I would, like, go there and eat dinner at their house.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yeah, I know your mom, like, all this stuff. And I was like, I have eaten many of dinners. Like, we played on the basketball team together. I was like, I've eaten lots of dinners over at your house and, like, spend the night. He's like, oh, I'm aware. I'm like, okay. But apparently he has, like, has had a big crush on me, like, ever since then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot. Well, just take it easy.
I'm trying.
Just, yeah, take it slow. It is the, what are they calling it? Feral Girl Summer. So.
And I'm going to Florida in a week and a half.
A week and a half, yeah.
So I'm planning on being feral out there.
Yeah, and then we got Fernanda's birthday in September.
Well, my birthday's first.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm assuming I can't assume.
My birthday
Your
is
birthday
still
is first. I know. I'm just saying, like, she's doing her Labor Day thing.
I know.
So,
but we're still going to be celebrating my birthday before her birthday.
Yes, Stassi Schroeder, don't worry. We will be celebrating yours. I'm just saying, like, between, like, now and her birthday, we got...
And also, Angeline's is right before 4th of July.
I know her. She's a Cancer.
Yeah.
So...
July 1st.
That's... What I meant to say is, like, from now till, like... Because Fernanda's birthday is, like, this... she's born on fall solstice. So, till then, we have...
Her and Megan are, like, right on the same time. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of feralness going around.
I'll probably be, like, old lady feral,
No. Lisa.
What?
You've been old lady feral for the past, like, 4 summers.
No, I'm not. Not 4 summers.
Okay.
2 summers. 2 summers.
How long have we not been roommates? 3.
2.5.
3. We'll call it even in 3.
21.
3.
What year is this? 4. We've stopped living together in May of 21.
Right. So.
Oh my gosh, I can't count. You're right. 3.
So you can't go another one.
What I mean by old lady feral is like, I don't know. I guess we'll find out this summer.
No, what?
I don't know. Like, I'll be at the pool, like, not drinking. Obviously, I'll most likely be high, but
that's your old lady feral.
I'm like reading a book.
No.
Why?
You're not gonna go to a pool party and literally this was Louisa.
Well, I'm not gonna go. Not a pool party, obviously.
No, let me tell this story really quick. This was Louisa yesterday. She's like, I'm not gonna drink today, and I was like, okay, well, we'll like whatever. There's whatever up here. I was drinking a high noon, and I told her I was like, they have high noon, and she's like, oh, yum. And we get up there, I was like, they have a tequila high noon. She's like, okay. Gets a tequila high noon, and then finishes that, gets a second tequila high noon.
I had like 4.
Yeah, I know. And you were like, I'm only going to have 1.
I know. But I mean, I haven't really had alcohol in like...
Don't say you're going to sit at the pool and read a book. I feel like you can do that when it's just you. Mm-hmm. But that's not fair.
But I guess what I meant to say is like, obviously I'm not going to show up to a pool party, be like, excuse me, guys, I'm going to sit in this corner and read. No, I meant, like, if we're going to go, just, like, lay out by the pool.
When it's just 2 girls, like, we're going to get a tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can read a book.
That's what I meant,
that's
like,
fine.
Those moments. But, yeah, sure, I'll go feral. But I just don't want to drink anymore, because when we go feral, it's, like, it takes me a couple days to recover.
I'm with you.
So that's why I'm like, I'd rather be high.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
But if we're going out, you're coming out and you are going to be feral.
I will. By the way, Fernanda's going to Red River this Thursday. Because we both have Friday off.
You have Friday off?
I took it off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going is what you're saying?
I don't know. Because I think Country Music Awards are in Dallas?
They already happened last week.
Oh, then she already went to that. But she's planning on going this weekend.
She always goes on Thursdays because it's girls' night.
Yeah.
I feel like what you're saying to me is that you're going. And this is the start to your feral. Because it is Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. I do want to get toasted.
Well, that'll be a good start to the weekend.
Yeah.
It's always good to get toasted on the very first night, and then you have the whole entire weekend to recover.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, drinking 4 drinks.
I felt like I just sweated it off, though.
I mean, yeah. I was so tired, too.
Like, I was more exhausted from the heat than I was from, like, the drinks or anything.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys. I think we've done enough ranting.
Yeah.
Venting.
Excuse me.
My stomach has been, like, making noises.
Oh, really? I haven't heard.
Yeah.
That was from my Topo Chico.
Oh.
Okay, well, if any of our friends out there, or if you are a man listening to this and think that you would be a good fit for Louisa and I, or if you think that you have a friend who
Or a
would
brother.
be... Yeah.
A single person, man, and not person, a single man in your life.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
I know. No, a single man, male.
Has a weenus. 2 weenuses.
2 weenuses.
2 weenuses and 2 oobies. And is emotionally available and can communicate.
Yes. And financially stable. Is what
And 6'5".
I guess what I meant to say is financial literate.
Yeah.
Because just because I work in finance doesn't make me financially literate.
I just need somebody that can, like, keep up with me and my emotions.
I just want someone to keep up with my thought processes half the time.
Yeah. So if you have anybody like that, please give us a call.
Please send us an email with your resume.
Yeah, make them fill out a resume and why they should date us. You might not want to send anybody at this point. We're a little unhinged.
It's fine.
It is fine. We are who we are.
Yeah.
There's got to be a match out there,
There's someone
right?
out there, yeah.
Our soulmate.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. Well, let's keep praying about it.
We'll keep praying about it. I'll have my mom pray about it tonight.
Yeah, have her pray for me too.
She always prays for you.
Does she?
Always, yes.
Oh my God.
Always prays. She goes down her laundry list and she prays.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
That is so sweet. That just made my day. I need to give her a big hug.
Yeah.
That is so sweet. What does she pray? Like, is it just a generic prayer? Hope she's good?
Yeah. I don't really know. I don't really ask her.
Oh, you should tell her to just put in there, like, hope she finds true love.
I'm pretty sure she does. Because she prays that for me. That, like, not only do I find true love, but that, like, it's somebody... I don't know. I'd have to
Okay,
ask her.
ask her.
We'll ask her when she's on the podcast next
Okay.
time with our moms.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. That just made my day. Okay, we're going to end it there because I don't think it could get any better than
No,
that.
it can't. It can't.
It really can't. If Maria's praying for you, you've made it.
You've made it.
Like,
exactly.
I feel like I am on the top of the world right now. I freaking made it. Okay, we love you guys. If you have single men that you want to throw them our way, we'll try to catch them.
Yeah.
Love you.
Bye.